Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Blind Gooner. Welcome to another show, and welcome to the first of these Premier League watches. So I am going to do maybe one game, maybe two games a week, other than the Arsenal game of this, but probably one, just see how it goes. But yeah, this is the first of the Premier League watch, so I'll pick out a game throughout the weekend, and if it's a decent game, I will do a watch along for it, pretty much. Obviously, the Arsenal watch alongs, they're still going to happen. But I picked this game, and it is Man United versus Chelsea. And I picked this game because both teams have deficiencies in their team. On paper, it should be a pretty high-scoring game. And on paper, Chelsea should win this game because I've seen the teams as well. The teams are absolutely mad. So I am going to run through the teams as best I can, because I did memorize them before I come on air, but I will look again if I've got them wrong. So the Man United team is, as from what I saw, is De Gea in goal. Then they got Lindelof and Maguire as the centre-back pairing, along with the fullbacks of Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw. Then in midfield, they've got Fred, Dan James, Bruno Fernandes, and Scott McTominay and Mata. And the forward is Rashford. So yeah, they've got a pretty decent team. Chelsea's is a bit weird. So they've got. I'm assuming they're going to set up as a 5-3-2. Because I'm not entirely sure how they're going to set up, because they've got their team. So they've got Mendy in goal. Then they've got Thiago Silva, Kurt Zouma, and Azpilicueta. This is how the Premier League app is listing it, so you guys might have a better idea. Let me know. In the midfield, they've got Reece James, Ben Chilwell, and I'm assuming they're going to sit back in the defence. Jorginho, N'Golo Kante, and then the forwards of Havertz, Werner, and Pulisic. Chadwick's boy Pulisic is playing for Chelsea. So yeah, most notably as well on the benches, and I'll just pick out a few of these. So for Man United, they got Van de Beek, Mason Greenwood, and Cavani, all on the bench. Pogba's on the bench as well. Chelsea have got Caballero, Mount. I can't remember. I didn't actually look at the Chelsea bench completely, but I will look at it again before kickoff as well. I have got a guest on as well, by the way, who is joining. He's a little bit late, but he is joining. So Kevin will be joining me very, very shortly. So for those of you who think, oh, are you going solo again? No, I'm not going solo again. I do have a guest, and it is Kevin. So yeah, he is joining me. Kevin is coming along very shortly. But big up to 6 of you watching already. Do smash a like on this video, guys. Do hit the subscribe button. Listen, we really appreciate that. And let me read some of your comments. Big up Melina. Yeah, big up Melina. Big up Jade Shahid. Hope you're well, mate. Big up Football with Brownie said I should have choose the Ajax game because it ended 13-0. Are you joking? Did it actually end 13-0?
Lie down. Lie down. Lie down.
Did it end 13-0 or did it actually? Are you just winding me up, Brownie? Because I never know whether to believe you or not, because you come out with so much rubbish from time to time. I never know what to believe. Jade Shahid says United team looks dreadful. Chelsea team looks strong. Chelsea should destroy United. Yeah, do you know what? Right, I actually, on paper, you would think that Chelsea would absolutely batter United, and Werner against Maguire. That's just an accident waiting to happen, isn't it? Let's be real. Harry Maguire is absolutely poor. So you're looking at that. And I have got some FPL interests in this as well, guys. So I'm not doing it as an FPL watch or anything like that. But I have actually got some interest in this game because I do have Kai Havertz and Timo Werner in my fantasy team. So hopefully they can get me a few points. I've done all right so far this weekend because Bamford got me 17 points yesterday. So yeah, I am looking forward to seeing how they get on, and I'm hoping that Man United get battered, because it's always fun watching Man United get battered. Big up Mr. Bungle in the chat. Hope you're well, mate. Thanks for joining. Big up Taib, the Poonmeister, the regular Poonmeisters in the chat. Hope you're well. Big up Omar. And I'm not sure about that, Omar. There's a lot of people that would disagree with you there, to be quite honest. But yeah, big up to you. Van der Beek or Van der Beek. Do you know what it is, right? Some people pronounce it Van der Beek. Some people pronounce it Van der Beek. As I understand, it's pronounced as Van der Beek, but I may be completely wrong. You know what I mean? I have no interest, zero interest in Man United players and how to pronounce their names. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. Let's have a look here. Taib, you are at what? He said. So I'm going to read this out. I don't know why I'm going to read this out. He said, a man just assaulted me with milk, cream and butter. How dare he? What an absolute, you absolute joker. That's a Christmas cracker joke right there. That is a Christmas cracker joke right there. But very, very witty, Brownie. Taib. So let's have a look here. And my bloody speech is crashed. As you can tell, I'm a lot more awake on this stream. And the wife's closing the curtain, so I may go into dark out there. Omar says 13-0, he must be having a laugh. Yeah, you never know with Brownie. You never know whether he's been smoking that laughing gas or whether he's actually telling the truth. I'm not reading that out. So yeah, guys, how far are we away from kickoff? Oh, we're actually getting close to kickoff. Jesus Christ. Give me 1 second, guys, as well. I've just got to and let me just bring in Kevin as well, because he's been backstage for a fair bit. So I've just been reading out your chat. So let me just bring him in. There we go. Kevin's coming.
Hey, Daniel.
Yeah.
You're good, man.
Mate. How are you? Yeah, I'm good, mate.
Yeah, how are you, good. Mate? Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous, man. I just had a very torrid time as well. because of this COVID issue.
Well, hopefully you haven't got COVID.
Oh, fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed.
Have you had a test?
Yeah, I recently did one actually. Recently, about a week or so, I did one. It was mandatory because all essential service sectors were supposed to go through
Yeah.
a COVID test
I
for
can't.
moving in outside.
I can't hear you, Kevin. You're really quiet.
Oh, give me a sec, man. Give me a sec, man. Let me just set on the mic first, all right? Give me a sec, yeah?
Yeah. You're really quiet. I don't know whether that's me or whether.
Daniel.
Yeah.
Daniel.
Yes.
I will move out from the stream first, and I'll join in. Let me just set up the speaker then, all right?
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. I'll add you back in. I don't know what's happened. You're very.
Okay. Just give me a sec, yeah.
I don't know what's happened. You were just very quiet. I could hear you to start with, and then you were really quiet. So Kevin's back, guys. Let me know. Could you all hear Kevin? Because I couldn't hear him, to be quite honest. Yeah. So the game is kicking off. Let me get this sorted so I can. Yeah, let me get this sorted because it is just. I don't know. Put it in the chat, guys, if you could hear Kevin, because I couldn't hear it. He was very, very quiet. So here we go. What the fuck is going on? This always happens to me when I do this. There we go. Right, let me have a look. Jesus Christ, what's going on here? Let's try this. There we go. Yeah, so I might be a bit behind you guys as well. So yeah, so I've just kicked off on the stream that I'm listening to. So yeah, I have just kicked off, so I'm going to be a bit behind. So yeah, I've just kicked off, guys. So yeah, Kevin is coming back. I'm not entirely sure what's happened with Kevin. So do smash the likes, guys, as well. Have a look. Oh wow! So it's true. Ajax won 13-0. Big up, Steve Wismark in the chat. Hope you're well, my friend. Big up Grant as well. No, I didn't see that, Grant. I didn't see that, mate. But I know that Wales have locked off all non-essential shops. Like I said, I'm going to be a bit behind you guys. You guys are watching it on the telly and stuff, so I'm going to be a bit behind because my streams are always a bit behind unless I put it on the telly. But obviously, due to copyright reasons, I can't do that. So, listen, we'll just have fun, won't we, watching this game? We'll have fun watching Chelsea get absolutely slaughtered. Yeah. But yeah, Kevin is coming back, guys. I don't know what's happened. He has got a problem. I couldn't hear him. I don't know whether you guys could hear him because he started off fine and then he went really quiet. So Okay, so Grant couldn't hear him as well. Okay, yeah. So I'm not entirely sure what's happened. I think he is coming back. He's just sorting something out. So he is coming. Okay, fair enough. So it's not just me then. Yeah, yeah. He started all right, didn't he? Come on, and he sounded good. Came through and then got distracted by RedTube again. That doesn't surprise me. No worries, Steve. I'm glad you're feeling better, and I know you're a bit way off 100%. But listen, I'm glad you're feeling better. Tight, man, that's hilarious. One day, a man came home and was greeted by his wife in stunningly sexy lingerie. She purred, "Tie me up, and you can do anything you want." So he tied her up and went golfing. That's brilliant. I like that. Brilliant. Remember, guys, do hit the like button, do hit the subscribe button, and do keep hitting the share button as well. Share the video. Would really, really appreciate that. So yeah, no sign of Kevin at the moment. As you can tell, I've got the group split screen on, so waiting for him to come back. So he is coming back, guys. I don't know what's happened. So yeah, big up to those of you who are watching. So yeah, currently not a lot's happening in this game. Not a lot of notes. Been going for 17 minutes now. So yeah, the Man United team looks a bit weird, to be honest. On paper, Chelsea should win this. But listen, you never know, do you? You never know. What's going on here? Oh, Chelsea are on the attack. Oh shit, no, they're not. So I'm on 5 minutes gone, but like I say, my stream is probably way behind. Let's see what's going on here in the comments. Exactly, Mr. Bungle. I quite agree, mate. I absolutely quite agree. Steve said, "Looks like they're having a monsoon in Manchester." Yeah, they probably are, mate. To be fair, do you know what I mean? They probably are. Manchester's a shithole at the best of times. So you know it's just mad. So yeah, I'm hoping that Havertz, like I said, I've got Havertz and Werner in my fantasy team, and I'm hoping they get me some points. Because so far, I've been having a decent weekend in terms of fantasy football. Remember, guys, do get your comments in as well. And yeah, like I said, we are meant to be having Kevin, but as you can see, as you can all hear or not hear, is the case, we're having a few technical issues. So yeah, at the moment it's just myself taking you through the game and hopefully watching Man United get absolutely battered, because it's always fun watching Man United getting battered, isn't it? To be fair, and then watching all the complete meltdowns after it. Big up Miss Melina in the chat. Thanks for rejoining. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Let's see if Kevin's back. Ah, there we go. He's back in. He's back in. Let's bring Kevin in and see.
Yo, Daniel.
There you go, Kevin.
The lighting is kind of horrible. I get that. I totally get that. But yeah, I just had to align with my Wi-Fi router and stuff like this because
Yeah,
it's been pouring throughout the day, man. It's been pouring crazily. Yeah, it's kind of bad. But somehow I noticed that it's pouring also in Manchester. We just got
it
through the
is.
game as
It's
well.
bad, mate. Yeah, it's mad, mate.
Yeah, man. It couldn't.
It's
It just
massive,
couldn't get
mad.
any worse, right? It just couldn't get any worse, right? Especially with the
Yeah,
COVID, with
it's
the
mad.
weather, and with the politics as well. You know, politics. It's kind of dramatic as well. You know, practically every single country in the world right now is having a political meltdown with COVID. Oh man,
Yeah, yeah. So big up everybody in the chat.
big up everybody in the chat. Come on, geez, smash the likes up.
Yeah, smash the likes, guys, and hit the subscribe if you're new to the channel. So yeah, it's currently 0-0, and like I said, my stream might be a bit behind all your streams because that's how we roll on these watch alongs, where I'm like a minute behind or like 2 minutes behind. So
Yeah,
it is what it is.
yeah. If we have John alongside, John would probably go ahead in about 3 or 4 minutes ahead of us.
Yeah, mate, John's ahead of everybody. Do you know what I mean? Like he gets it before it's even happened. He's that far ahead.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Uh,
Oh man.
Big up Russ Morgan. Hope you're well. Thanks for joining, mate. He says he's loving the content. Thanks very much. Like I said, guys, I'm going to do a few more of these Premier League watches as the season goes on. So I'm going to pick a game throughout the weekend that looks pretty decent, and we'll do a Premier League watch. And it's good watching teams without stressing, you know, because watching Arsenal, let's be honest, is fucking stressful. So it's good watching teams without stressing. So, but don't forget, guys, we are back to the stressful watch-alongs tomorrow because Arsenal are playing Leicester. So yeah, I'm doing a watch-along for that game as well. So that's a 7:15 kickoff in the evening tomorrow, which is a fucking mad kickoff.
It's a ridiculous time, yeah.
It is, man. It is. Joining me for that one as well is going to be Simpy. So yeah, big up Simpy if he's watching. Or so yeah, he's joining me for that one. Yeah, everyone's bigging you up, Kevin.
Big up everybody in the chat, jeez. What are the types of prediction as people mentioned in the comment section? Are they all favoring Chelsea or are they favoring United?
Well, I said I think Chelsea will batter United. Yeah, I think Chelsea will batter United, and a lot of people are favouring. Yeah, a lot of people. So put in, guys, because you're not really said. I'm guessing a few of you are favouring Chelsea.
Because in my opinion, it looks like United have got a pretty decent record against Chelsea. I think the last time Frank Lampard has only beaten Ole Gunnar Solskjaer once in his last 4 attempts, and United has the upper hand, 3 victories against Chelsea. So yeah, even last season, at the start of last season, you remember the first game, United battered Chelsea about 4-0. So
yeah,
with the form guide, if you were to notice the form guide, Chelsea just drew 3-3 the other week against Southampton, and United battered Newcastle. Although that was a very very interesting game, especially in the last 10 minutes when they scored 3 goals, and they battered Newcastle. And let's not forget about their away performance. If you were to see Chelsea struggled against Sevilla, and United, on the other hand, everybody was thinking that United would probably get battered against PSG, and go on, behold, and United just pulled up monkey out of the hat, man. It was kind of ridiculous, you know. I was thinking like for United to probably lose against PSG, but I didn't expect that scoreline 2-1 at Paris. So we all know how that ended up. The very first time that they pulled out the victory against PSG, and everybody was informing that we should give only the full-time job or something like that. So I think this win, most likely, if they lose this game, if United lose this game, the pressure's on going to be on Solskjaer as well. Probably calling him for the sack because of the transfer window and stuff. Yeah, that's my take on it.
Yeah. Steve said Man City looked pretty bad again this morning. There's something not right with them. Yeah, they did. They looked awful. West Ham were very good in that game, I have to say. Steve said John is a time traveler.
Yeah.
So Grant's going for 2-2. Russ said both teams can suck a big one, so I'm guessing he's not really fussed. Mr. Bungle said he hates them both. Cheddars is going for a 1-0 Chelsea. Wow, I think they'll score more than one goal, to be fair. Steve's going for a
1 goal. If it's 1 goal.
Yeah. Steve's going for a 1-1. He wants to see lots of goals, but he hopes he's wrong because he said the weather conditions might play a madness. I don't think the weather conditions will be affecting them. You know, these guys are professional footballers. They're not going to be worried about a little thing like rain.
Well, Ty will say it otherwise. Ty informed that Arsenal couldn't play in the rain. The reason we lost the game was because of the rain. I remember that from Ty from AFTV mentioning that. So when it comes to Arsenal, rain is a very big factor, I suppose. I'm starting to believe his delusional statements, but it is what it is, right? Because I think the game is going to be affected by the weather as well, because certain players are not going to take any risk and chances in going for a 50-50 challenge, because that can really injure a player. So there you have to watch the 50-50 challenges. But yeah, it's going to be a very, very close encounter, I suppose. It wouldn't be a very open game because players are going to be very, very careful on their challenges and not to commit on certain challenges as well.
I'm just seeing this. Chelsea had an attack there, but it wasn't very. Steve says PSG were crap against United. They made United look like champions. Yeah, they were awful, weren't they, to be fair? They were absolutely dreadful.
You know one thing, Daniel, we all can hate about United, but there's one person that I'd really love to big up about Rashford's fight for the cause of children's poverty and stuff like this, you know, for the free meals and stuff. You know, he has been going on, he's taking the government on with his ideas and stuff, you know. I really, really like to see that much more often among players, because he's the only player that is fighting for this cause. It's kind of sad to see that why can't other players have a much more bigger influence on this, you know. It's a very sad thing because he totally understands how it feels like to not have food during this pandemic period and stuff. The struggle is real. So we can all say that we hate him because he's playing for United, but his contribution, his fight for all these purposes is just going under the radar, to be honest, you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Russ said Ajax won 13-0 earlier. Yeah, we touched on that earlier, Russ, and that's mad. That is utter mad. Chelsea have got a corner here, but obviously I'm behind you guys, so that might...
that's close down actually. Team effort, there was nothing in. Hey, it didn't win. There was nothing in it.
Yeah, okay. So I'm obviously a little bit behind you as well. Jesus Christ. I'm always the fucking one that's behind. What fucking mad. Yeah, I'm just seeing the corner now. Yeah, there's not really nothing in that, to be honest. Steve said Ollie looks like he wants to be somewhere else. Did I read that out? Yeah, I think I did. But yeah, Ollie, he's not. Listen, a lot of fans want Ollie out as well, don't they? A lot of United fans want Ollie out. Steve said, any bets on when United will get their first penalty kick? Probably in the 90th minute if it's still 0-0. Oh, Taib's banging out the jokes this evening.
Taib does that from time to time, especially with the poons. So big up them poons, Taib. Come on, G.
Yeah. Oh, Chelsea are on the attack. Are they doing anything with this?
No. Yeah, they got another corner right now.
They got another corner.
They got another corner. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm
this time from the other end.
Yes. No, I'm just seeing their attack now, so I'm not even fucking seeing it, to be fair. I think I'm like 40 seconds behind you.
What minute are you on, Daniel?
So I'm just seeing the corner now. They're getting ready to take the corner now.
Right.
So yeah, you've obviously seen that, but I'm just seeing that now. They're getting ready to take the corner.
The corner is woeful, man.
Remember, guys, do smash the likes. Yeah, I've just seen the corner now. I've just seen it now. So yeah, I'm seeing a throw in now. So yeah, guys, remember hit the likes, guys. Hit the subscribe.
Most of us got Daniel. What's your take on Martinez's performance? Because I was seeing Twitter on a meltdown with the Martinez performance yesterday, losing 3-0 to Leeds United. What do you think of that, man?
Yeah, I don't know. I think people are making more of it than it was. You know, Aston Villa were lucky to only lose by 3 goals because, you know, Martinez kept them in the game. You know, yeah, Martinez kept them in the game for large periods of that game. But you know, they sort of just. Yeah, they didn't do too great, to be honest, did they? You know, like
yeah, exactly.
Mind you, Bamford got me 17 points though in my FPL team, which was pretty decent. I had Bamford in my side, and he got me 17 points.
All those guys that were wetting their knickers for Martinez yesterday apparently lost points, but it was great to see. Actually, you cannot pin all the blame on Martinez and Leno as well. Yeah, Leno did a mistake. Yeah, we all get that. But Martinez, this is what I'm saying, because the save that Martinez made for the first goal of Leeds United, that was very similar of how Phil Foden take a shot and Leno saved it, and eventually Sterling had the ball tucked in. It's a similar circumstance. So how can you treat Martinez? How can you treat Leno differently? Because Leno made a very decent save, the initial save from Phil Foden, and hence the right back never tracked his runner. No one closing him down in the middle of the pitch. That's how Sterling got a free shot and taken the goal. Because it was a very similar thing yesterday as well. The shot was taken, Martinez saved it, he parries it. The defender was kind of close to the striker that was finishing the ball in the empty net, Paul Bamford. But it's a good save. You can't really complain that the keeper's doing nothing, you know.
Taib says 2-1 Chelsea. Ain't 2-1 Chelsea. Or is that your score prediction?
I think that's his score prediction, I suppose.
Steve, I agree with you. He said it was a poor performance by Villa. It could have been a lot worse than it was. Yeah, I agree with you, to be fair. And yeah, Chelsea are getting a foothold in this game. It's not going to be long before they open. You know, it's not going to be long before they open this United team up.
Is the $80 million fridge playing?
Yes, yeah. Maguire and Lindelof are both playing. I don't rate either of them, to be fair. I don't rate Maguire. I don't rate Lindelof.
But I really like that young kid that they have got, that Tuan Zibi or someone. That kid is really, really good.
They put him on the bench. Remember, guys, keep hitting the like button. Keep sharing this as well. Hit the share button. Share this anywhere on social media that you've got, you know, that you can in lots of groups and lots of pages and stuff. Let's try and get some more people to come to the channel. But yeah, big up each and every one of you, all you legends. And so I'm seeing a Man United corner now. So obviously that's happened.
That's nothing. That's cleared out.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing now. That was a shit corner from United, to be fair. That was fucking stupid. They just literally crossed it and Chelsea got it. And yeah, that was a poor corner. That was absolutely awful. Yeah, I agree with you. Rusty said, smash the like button like you would your granny. Fair play.
Daniel, between Wan-Bissaka and Bellerin, who would you reckon?
Probably Wan-Bissaka. Was that a goal?
No, that was a very, very close goal, man. If only Kai Havertz just assisted that slowly, Werner would have got in behind.
Okay.
Man, you would see that in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna see that in a bit. I'm seeing that.
It was a brilliant ball, man.
Fuck's sake! I hate being. Do you know what? I hate being behind. It's so annoying, but it is what it is. Not gonna cry over. Oh yeah, here we go. I'm seeing it now. Oh, what? Yeah, that was that. Oh, that was unlucky. That was unlucky. Chilwell, I tell you what, Chilwell's was played quite well in that move as well. Yeah, that was unfortunate. That was exactly. Wow. That was.
It's only his touch. It's only his touch. Aye.
That was unfortunate. Yeah, Werner nearly had a goal as well, and I got him in my fantasy team as well.
Okay, Chelsea have a free kick right now.
Yeah.
On the edge of Manchester United's penalty box from the left-hand side.
Who's taking it?
No, it's from the left-hand side. So I think this is between James and who's this guy?
No, I'm still seeing Pulisic attacking. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Now I'm seeing the free kick. I just seen the foul. So yeah, I'm not far behind you, am I?
The free kick directly went to De Gea. Why wasn't it given square up towards the cross? Maybe any of the tall players can attack it. Why do you have to go for goal from there? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that yet. I'm not at the free kick yet. I'm seeing it now. James is taking it. Yeah, I'm not seeing it now. I'm seeing it now. Here we go. Seeing it now. What a waste. That was a shit free kick. What a waste that was. Yeah, what a waste. That was crap.
Why do you have to go for goal from there? Oh man, it's a waste free kick.
Yeah, that was a waste. That free kick, to be fair, was a waste. Yeah, that was a waste.
Okay, United's on the front foot right now. I still can't believe that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is still opting to use Scott McTominay instead of Van de Beek when they have a good midfielder in the likes of Van de Beek, and they are still opting for Scott McTominay. It just doesn't make sense, you know. It just doesn't make sense, and this is probably one of the reasons he'd probably get the sack.
Yeah. Yeah, now I'm seeing the Man United attack.
Oh my goodness, what the hell was that? This Kante's brother, Jesus Christ, that was a cheap corner to give away. Jesus, man. He probably scored an own goal that way.
Yeah. Is that your sound on in the background?
Yeah. It's actually the match sound. Sorry, man.
No. I just didn't want to. I just heard it and I was like, I hope that YouTube don't. You know what YouTube's like, mate. It don't bother me, but you know, YouTube's
Yeah, I get that.
Copyright bull crap. Do you know what I mean?
No worries. I got rid of that. No worries, man. What the hell, Connor, was that?
So yeah, guys, do keep hitting the like button. Do keep hitting the subscribe button. It's currently 0-0.
Half an hour gone.
Yeah, there's not a lot in this game. There's not a lot in this game, to be fair. I thought it'd be a lot more open. I do feel though, once the first goal goes in, it's going to open it right up.
That's a good shot by Bruno. Comfortable save for Mendy, of course.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that. Yeah. Yeah, now I'm seeing it. Yeah, I'm just seeing that now. Yeah, big up everybody in the chat.
That's a good run. That's a good run.
Big up everybody in the chat watching.
That's a waste. That's a waste.
Big up all you legends. Remember, if you're new to the channel, do hit the subscribe button. Oh yeah, I'm seeing it now. Reece James messed it up, to be fair.
Oh, Chelsea are really piling up the pressure right now.
Yeah. I said Chelsea, if they wanted to, they could. Maguire actually defended. Jesus Christ. What's up with Maguire?
Pulisic with a decent chance.
I want Havertz or Werner to get goals.
At least an assist would do.
Yeah. I've got him in my team. I dropped a Aubameyang for Havertz, so I'm hoping that he gets me some points.
Yeah, it's sad. Actually, many people right now are opting for Son Heung-min and Harry Kane. It is kind of sad. All of Arsenal fans are supposed to go for Tottenham players right now. It's kind of sad, especially in the attacking terms.
Melina said it's good to see Kevin back on the streams again.
Yeah, big up Melina. Hope you're well. Ooh, good chance for Pulisic. Good chance, man.
Big up
Melina. Hope you're well, Melina.
Big up the true Leicester fan, Hayden. Hope you're well, Hayden.
That was close. That was close. It's a corner.
Is that a corner?
Yeah, it is a corner. It is a corner.
Who is Chelsea's backup keeper? Is it Kepa or Cech? I'm not entirely sure. I'll check that at half time, Steve. I'd imagine it being. Oh no, it's Cavallero.
Caballero, yeah,
Caballero. Yeah. So they've dropped them both.
To be honest, Daniel, Cech is the fourth choice keeper, right behind Caballero, Kepa, and then it's Cech.
Yeah.
So that's the fourth choice. They've just made the clarification the other day. So
remember, guys, do smash the like button, do keep subscribing, do keep sharing, and give this video a massive thumbs up. Like I said, guys, tomorrow, Arsenal v Leicester. It's a 7:15 kickoff in the evening. So, listen, I ain't going to go on air an hour before kickoff. Because
oh my god. Whoa!
It's just absolutely draining. It's just absolutely draining. What was that? Was it United? No, I'm seeing it. I'll see it in a second.
Yeah, United. Rashford had a chance. And,
yeah, I'm seeing it now.
Mendy just pulled
I'm seeing it.
Whoa.
Yeah, what a save. That was a save, to be fair. Yeah, I'm just seeing that. But yeah, so yeah, I'll probably be on air maybe 6:30, 7:15. I'm not going to be on air an hour before kickoff because it's just trying to kill time. I might, if I'll see what time's good for Simpy. But yeah, don't forget we'll be here tomorrow for the watch along of Arsenal v Leicester. Yeah,
the game is opening up, right, Daniel? The game is opening up right now. You can see both sets of teams are practically opening each other up right now. Just 10 minutes before halftime right now.
Yeah, it is. It's not long before halftime now. Big up to you, legends, watching live.
Big up everybody in the chat. Big up Russ. Big up Steve, Melina.
It's still weird with no fans there, though.
Yeah, well, why can't they do it just like how they did it in Rapid Vienna? I think in Rapid Vienna there was about 3,000 fans allowed in the stadium, and it was a good atmosphere. At least 3,000 fans was much more. It was more than anything. So why can't they just allow a small percentage of them? Just put in some health measures in there. Just allow a certain percentage of fans. Why can't you do that? I just don't get it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. They need to start letting fans back in because it's getting ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? But it's probably not going to happen till next season over here. It's probably not going to happen. It's probably going to be more than likely going to be next season because they don't foresee a vaccine until April. Especially over here in the UK as well. I know Russia's already approved a vaccine, and China's already got a vaccine out there. But yeah, it's probably not going to be until April at the very least. They might get fans back in for the cup final, and they might get fans in for the Euros. because it might be in there might be a vaccine in time for the Euros, but you just don't know, do you? Big up 9 people watching this live. Hope you're all doing well. Remember, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, and give this video and the channel a massive thumbs up. Yeah, big up to all of you. Like I say, it's 0-0 coming up to half time, and yeah, Chelsea have kind of started to turn the screw in this game and dominate. At the moment, you just never know, do you, with them?
The one bit of business, Daniel, that I'd really support Arsenal of doing was Gabriel. You can just clearly see that Manchester City, United, Liverpool, every single big team that we used to praise and tell them that they got a best defensive structure. In fact, every of those teams mentioned they needed defensive reinforcement. In the likes of Manchester City, they never replaced Vincent Kompany. In the likes of Liverpool, they lost Van Dijk to a long-term injury, which is going to end, which probably he returns at the end of the season or probably early next season. And you can see Chelsea needed a defender. They went and brought in Thiago Silva. United needed a defender because they can't even depend with Harry Maguire. But we literally took a gamble with Gabriel, and that's paying off dividends. 3 man of the match displays for 27 million. Absolute bargain, man. Absolute bargain.
Brownie's put the video up of the guy in Asda going nuts. Yeah, I'll have to check that out, Brownie.
No worries, Brownie. I'll check that out right after the stream, man. Guys, do check out Football with Brownie's channel. Give a like and give a subscribe to his channel as well. I think that would help him as well. All right?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Taib says Martinez is not a superhuman. Yeah. Russ said it's because the British government's fucking inept. Exactly, mate. Exactly. This government couldn't run a piss up in a brewery, let alone this pandemic, right?
Whoa! What a great save.
Test and trace is non-existent. I'm not seeing that yet. I will see that very shortly.
Mata with a great shot, and Mendy pulled up another good save from Mata. A nice curling effort. Whoa.
Oh, yeah. What a save that was. He's certainly better than Kepa, isn't he, this keeper that Chelsea have got?
Oh, it seems VAR is having a look at some incident that has been going on leading to the shot. Not really sure what is it about.
Yeah, Mendy's a lot better than Kepa, isn't he? Let's be honest. Kepa's a pile of shit. I'm starting to think Kepa, and the only reason, I'm starting to think Kepa is just a big waste of money as Pepe is for us. So.
Oh, it's a penalty or a free kick check. I'm not really sure about it.
Omar said, my brother's a Chelsea fan and he said the game is dead. Glad I'm not watching. Yeah, just enjoy the stream instead, which is probably a lot more better. Yeah, remember, guys, do hit the like button. If you've not done so already, smash the granny out of the like button.
That's a penalty check just now. The VAR incident, that's a penalty check, but it's not given as a penalty. Currently, United with a corner. Yeah.
And also, guys, share it around to the regulars who are not here because, listen, YouTube's notifications, they're hit and miss. So anybody you know would normally be in watching the stream, just go and share it to them as well because, yeah, YouTube is... sometimes YouTube is like Arsenal. Sometimes the notifications and performances are on point, and then other times it's just completely shit. So, yeah. What's up with Aspilicueta? He's got an injury, head injury.
Oh, he's one of the most consistent players.
I've just hit 42 minutes.
Oh, all right. Just hit 42. I'm just on the verge of hitting 43.
Okay, so I'm a minute behind you then. So yeah, I'm a minute out. Yeah.
Ah. Yeah. Chelsea are very much playing on the counter, I suppose. They're not doing their normal press, but they're just going after counter. Let's try to play it out from the back.
Yeah. It's just mad, isn't it? It's just proper mad. Oh, it's just mad.
What do you think, Daniel? What do you think of the accusation of Mesut Ozil's agent coming out and hitting out at Mikel Arteta about you lied, tell me the truth? What is the truth?
Yeah,
what do you think about that?
There's something definitely going on with Mesut Ozil in the club, but I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't really read the agent's report, so I couldn't really comment on it.
But do you really think that Mikel Arteta is really backing the owners and the board instead of like just coming and saying out the truth? Because if the owners were to make the payments towards Mikel Arteta and helping him to build the squad, Mikel Arteta shouldn't be retaliating and informing us fans that he has full backing of the ownership and stuff. Because let's not forget that Mikel Arteta came out 3 to 4 times in the last 2 weeks saying that he has full support. I have 100% support from the owners. He mentioned this when not many people mentioned. The only time, in my opinion, he should have mentioned was when we flew a plane over, which was it, Aston Villa Stadium or something. We asked them like, spend some money or back Arteta or please leave or get lost or something. So we did that, and that's when Mikel Arteta said, yeah, he has full backing. But ever since then, in each and every press conference, he said that the owners back him. And when they mentioned that statement, Arsenal never made any signings apart from Gabriel, and then in the very last second, we made an attempt and we got Thomas Partey. That's about it. So, do you really think that Mikel Arteta is doing something similar like what Arsene Wenger did, backing up the board? Do you think that's possible?
Rashford just had a chance there.
Yeah, it was. Good save, and it's half time already.
Half time. So yeah, guys, we've hit half time. Yeah, I've just seen it now. I've just seen that now. So yeah, half time. Let's see. So let's shut down my stream while it's half time. So yeah, do put your comments in, guys, because we can read it. Kev, you're right to mute the sound on yours, just because I don't want YouTube to take it down.
All right. Okay, right, sure, man. I don't know. Still, it was still able to hear or something. Sorry.
Yeah.
No worry, man.
Yeah, cool. So
is it
13 likes, everyone. Do hit the like button. Yeah, that's better. It's all right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of advertisements going. The Malaysian channels are filled with bloody advertisements. There's so many advertisements. It really annoys me while watching match days and there's be like flooded with so many advertisements. It really gets my nerves in.
It's just mad, mate. It's utter mad. Adverts. They always run adverts, and it's just mad.
You remember a couple of years ago, it was practically different, right? Back then, in the early 2000s, there was not much of an advertisements. There used to be interesting chapters to talk about. There'd be very less advertisements and more into the football content talking show. But times have changed, and they're really screwing up the love of the game, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's mad. I hate adverts, to be honest. They do my crunching. Yeah, they do my crunching. So let's read some of these comments out. I'm just scrolling all the way down because there's blooming hundreds of comments. Wow. So behind Steve, I'm 1 minute and 43 seconds. Jesus Christ, mate. I didn't. Yeah, it's. Do you know what it is? Do you know what really pisses me off? Right. So.
Yeah.
I'm just using the radio, like the radio's commentary, because, like, if I was to use the TV, I'd probably be even further behind. And it baffles me, like even on the app as well. When I put the TV on the app, it's always a minute behind, and I'm just like, why don't you just have it in real time? Like, it's not hard to do with all the technology. What's with this delay behind TV and stuff? It's just mad.
Yeah, I totally get that, mate. I totally get that. It's kind of ridiculous at times. This is one of the reasons why I don't really use a streaming app, because often and not it just crashes and the network seems to get interrupted all the time, and of course the real time is often backdated often.
Yeah,
and it's kind of ridiculous.
So Brownie says Ozil's suing the club. Listen, I'm not going to believe anything until it happens, but it doesn't surprise me. I'm not going to rule it out. Steve, I agree with you. He said Ozil and his agent just need to go away. I've stopped listening to anything they say. Yeah, I agree. And it doesn't have any relevance to what to what we're trying to do as a club. And I've said for time as well, guys. I've said this time and time again, that you take Ozil out of the situation. He's the only negative thing at the moment at this club. Yes, I know a lot of people will point at the owners. There's a lot of people that point at Arteta. Listen, I'm not saying that Arteta's perfect, and I'm not saying that he's the answer to all our prayers, because he's still got a long way to go. But you look at Ozil, he's the only player left from that hangover of the bad era. So, you get rid of him and then we can really start to move forward. And do you know what? I don't care what anybody says. You take Ozil out of the club, it frees up a whole lot of money. We can get his hugely inflated wage,
ridiculous
off the
wage.
Bill.
Yeah.
And it just, listen, I do genuinely believe, right? And this is where I think people are a little bit critical of Arteta at this early stage. Now, I know that he's made mistakes, like with the game against Man City, the game against Liverpool. Listen, I know those are his tactics, but there's a few things we have to remember, and a lot of people are going to disagree with me, and that's fine, because everybody's entitled to their opinion. but he hasn't got the players. There's a lot of deadwood in this squad that still needs to be changed. So he's going to try and make the best of the situation that he's got. And now I know a lot of people will say, well, he should have done this, he should have done that. But listen, it's not going to get done in one window. The tactics he's made in some games is questionable, but I do genuinely believe that that's not okay. Yes, you can question his tactics, and I questioned them against Man City. I was a bit critical, and certainly against Liverpool, leaving Gabriel out was a bit critical. I was a bit critical of that decision. But you have to look at the players he's got, and a lot of these players, we still know that there's a lot of these players that are deadwood. There's a lot of these players that need to go, and I do genuinely believe that when it's, we've said for time before Arteta come in, haven't we, that it's going to take 2 or 3 transfer windows to sort this mess out. Arteta's had one.
Yeah.
And bearing in mind as well, he's had it in a COVID situation. And I know a lot of people are going to go, well, Arsenal is a club, is a rich club. And the fact and reality is, we've got money, but we're losing money at the moment because fans not being backed into the stadium. And come on, like I'm not saying we've had the best window, because we didn't get enough deadwood off the wage book, and B, we didn't get all our targets. That happens. Shit happens, unfortunately. Do you know what I mean? But we got Partey, right? And Partey, over the next couple of seasons, he's going to prove to be a really good buy. Also, next summer, most of this deadwood is going to be out of contract, so they're going to go on a free. Okay, yes, we're not going to get any money for them, but we're going to free up all their wages. So the club's going to have to go into the transfer market to replace that deadwood.
Okay. Yeah, Daniel, I get that point, but I think one of the fans yesterday, I saw a tweet, and this tweet was mentioning that Mikel Arteta, he seems so obsessed with his first 11, hence why he's not giving a lot of the youngsters an opportunity. Because let's be honest here, yeah, we do understand about the transfers, about the players' inavailability and stuff like this. But why aren't our youngsters given an opportunity? We have Emil Smith-Rowe. If you are saying that there's no creativity, if you're saying playing Mesut Ozil is a risk, he's not going to do this, he's not going to do that, how bad can Emil Smith-Rowe be? And why isn't Saliba given a chance? We do understand, okay, his mother passed away, and that was during May. And if it's May, he can't be that mentally unstable that he can't even play up until September or no October we are in right now. Saliba hasn't got a look into the team. Saka was not even starting in the games. Martinelli was having a player of the month on January, and then he's been dropped. And we also have Saka never started a game ever since he signed the contract, apart from the last 2 games. And we also have Maitland-Niles, who's only been called on for the Wembley semi-final and the finals. So it just makes ridiculous statements, because he's been starting his favorite first 11 players, which is the likes of Bellerin, because we know Maitland-Niles can start at the right-hand side. The only 3 youngsters that he seemed to give an opportunity is Reece Nelson, Joe Willock, and Eddie. These are the only 3 youngsters getting a chance, but these 3 youngsters are fluking all the time. We know the other youngsters are probably better than these 3, but why are these 3 starting ahead of them? It's just ridiculous at times, with Mikel Arteta.
I understand that, and I get your point. So, listen, the Martinelli one was very, very. Listen, that did baffle me, but he's been injured for a lot of that, and yeah, he did. He baffled me, and I get it. And Arteta is learning on the job, and we have to listen. As much as we don't like the fact that we've got a manager who's a rookie, as much as we don't like that, it is what it is. And I've said all along that there's going to be bumps along the road. It's not going to be plain sailing. And I said you know, Arteta's not going to get everything right. I get that, and I do get it, right? I completely get it. But yeah, okay, the Martinelli one was questionable. Smith Rowe, listen, Smith Rowe's been injured, so you can't really play him. He's only just come back to full fitness, and I do genuinely believe that he will play. Saliba is a tricky one, and I sort of understand why Arteta doesn't want to rush him in, because he's still young, and he never really got his season of development at St Etienne last season, because obviously they suspended their league, didn't they? And the first part he got injured, so I can sort of understand why they're being cautious with him. Because let's be honest, Kevin, here, right? That you're saying about giving these young players the chances, and I agree. But Arsenal, knowing the Arsenal fan base as we do, these players would get a chance. They would flop if they're not handled rightly. They would flop, right? They may succeed. I'm not saying that they're going to automatically flop, but us Arsenal fans have a habit of putting these players on a pedestal, and then the moment they have a bad game, we rip into them like Tupac took all them shots years ago. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like you've got to protect them from that. You've got to let them develop a little bit further. But listen, I'm not saying Arteta's perfect. I'm not saying Arteta's perfect, and I'm not saying that he hasn't made questionable decisions. And as fans, we're right to question those. All I'm saying that I have seen as well, a load of Arsenal fans calling for Arteta to be sacked. Now, and I've said this for time, and this is what really pisses me off with some Arsenal fans, and it really frustrates me because they don't grasp the situation. You can keep changing the manager till the cows come home. You can keep doing that. But if you're not going to change the squad, nothing is going to change. You could bring in a prime Pep Guardiola and still he would fail with the team that he's got. Look at Guardiola at Man City, right? They're struggling and they're a much better team than us. Could you imagine if he's struggling with those players? I know they've got deficiencies, Man City, at the back, but if he's struggling to get the best out of those players, and they're better quality than us, let's be real. Could you see him doing any better with our group of players? I don't think so. You've got to change the players, and I do believe Arteta is genuinely doing that, and I do believe that it is going to take time. The problem is, and I've said this for time as well, because we've had mediocrity for the past 10 years, we're not patient. We're not patient. If we'd had mediocrity for maybe the last 2 years, we'd be a little bit more patient. But because we've had this mediocrity for the last decade and maybe even further than that, you could probably say about 15 years, since 2006, we the mediocrity and the rot started to set in. So you could probably say that we've had 13 to 14 years of mediocrity. And I get it. Fans are getting impatient. I'm impatient. I want to win. But listen, Arteta, I do believe Arteta is gonna do well for us. I do believe that he is also going to make mistakes as he goes along. We're seeing that. He's already made a few mistakes. But you've got to give him at least one season before you start calling for his head. You've got to give him at least one season. If you can give Unai Emery one season, we've got to do the same with Arteta. We've got to do the same with Arteta. You can't, like I say, you can't sack the manager. And I will say that, right, with Arteta, is that he is addressing areas that need to be addressed. Could you imagine a Wenger bringing in a Thomas Partey or doing that? I know Emery wanted him, but Emery, let's be honest here, the board didn't really back Emery. It was just kind of a panic appointment, Unai Emery. The board never really took to him, that he didn't take to the fans. The language barrier was a problem. Everything was wrong with Emery. But Arteta, the board are backing him. And I know you'd probably say that, there's some people say that they're not, because they would have given him all the money that he wants. But listen, it ain't that easy. You can't. We're seeing this season that the players are, we've got an overinflated squad. We've had to drop 2 players from our 25-man squad because we've got too many foreign players. We've got too many non-homegrown players in our team. So you can say bring players in, but you've got to get some of these players out. And the problem is, which is not Arteta's fault, is that we've got so much crap at this squad. Nobody wants to buy them. Nobody wants to buy these players.
I will stop you right there. Daniel. The reason being is, I get that these players' wages are inflated and no teams want to buy them. One of the things that made me very skeptical with Mikel Arteta was when he persuaded Granit Xhaka, instead of moving to Hertha Berlin, because Hertha Berlin wanted him, and he persuaded him. He was on the verge of leaving after the clash of fans against Crystal Palace. He told all the fans to jog off, and that is one of the reasons. If you are a disciplinarian, you would want Granit Xhaka to respect fans, even with all the abuse and all the things that whatever the fans may accuse you of, you shouldn't go and tell the fans to jog on. And when you say that type of things, Arteta is a disciplinarian. So why didn't Xhaka was sold out? He was given a bid, about 30 million, and he persuaded Granit Xhaka to stay. That was one of the biggest mistakes what Mikel Arteta did. And Hector Bellerin, PSG wanted him initially, but you inflated the prices that nobody wanted to buy.
No. PSG never wanted Bellerin. They come out and said it. That was all smoke and mirrors. And as for the Granit Xhaka thing, listen, I was the first to call Granit Xhaka out when he said, listen, I was at that game. I actually saw it from the side of the pitch, and I was not happy with that. But any new manager comes in, he's always going to give the players a fresh start, and listen, that's just our opinion on Xhaka. Listen, I don't rate Xhaka. I'd rather that he wasn't in the bloody team. But we don't know that now. We up until now, we haven't had a decent replacement. Now we've got Partey. We might see Xhaka be dropped. Everyone's assuming that he's going to be a starter, but now we've got Partey, we might see something different because we've only just got Partey, and we have to remember that last season you couldn't drop Xhaka. Who else would come in and play like that? Who else would come in?
All right.
Do that
you say that also. There's a lot of weakness in Mikel Arteta, especially for players that perform well. How about the Lacazette situation? He scored 3 goals. Lacazette never go on international duty, but he was put in the bench. He was put in the bench against Sheffield, and then he was put a bench against Manchester City. And when he came on in the last 8 minutes or 10 minutes, God forbid, I don't know what he was having a slight dig at Mikel Arteta. If you were to look when he was brought on in the substitution, he was giving a very cheeky smile towards Mikel Arteta. It's like as if to say, like, in the last 10 minutes, what the hell do you expect me to do? I'm supposed to be starting this game. I'm a big game player, and you are benching me. And I scored 3 goals in my first 3 starts.
But we still
against
won
Manchester
the game.
City, we lost. Against Manchester City, we lost, Daniel.
We lost.
Why didn't
right?
Lacazette start? Why didn't Lacazette start?
Listen, I don't know. And I'm not saying that was the right decision. I'm not saying that was the right decision. I've said this in past streams that we went too defensive. We gave them too much respect. We treated that Man City game like a first date where we should have treated it like a one-night stand, and we should have gone out and just hammered them. But anyway, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that was wrong, and I'm not saying that Arteta's got every decision right, because I was the first to say that against Man City, he fucked up. He should never have put Willian as a striker. He should, and if you are going to try that, you should have tried that. Maybe in the Europa League, I would have, listen, nobody cares about the Europa League until it gets to the knockout stages. So try it in those kind of games, or the Carabao Cup. Try it in that game. Don't try it in a Premier League game against Man City. Listen, I'm the first to call Arteta out. Not Arteta out. I'm first to call Arteta out on those mistakes. But the problem is, like, the problem is that we're all saying, you know, he's playing Bellerin and Xhaka. Listen, I don't rate Bellerin, but you saw on Thursday night that the moment he come on, he actually created a bit going forward. Listen, defensively he's not great. Cedric wasn't great either. Let's have this right. Yeah, Cedric wasn't brilliant on Thursday. So like, listen, we haven't got no other options, and a lot of you are talking about Maitland-Niles at right back. He ain't gonna play there. He isn't gonna play there. He's preferred on that left hand side, which for me he plays far better on that left hand side since he's been improving his game. But he might play there now. He might play there now. We've got Partey. The system might change completely. Don't forget, Arteta only used that system.
Okay, if you're saying he's on the left hand side, Daniel,
he only used that system because he didn't have the players. And let's be honest as well. Like, everyone's quick to highlight the negatives, but what about the positives? He won us an FA Cup. We finished 8th, right? Okay, I don't listen. I'm not saying that was his fault finishing 8th, because listen, we fucked up at the start of our season. Fucked us over. You know, the board should have got rid of Emery quicker than they did. So by the time Arteta come in, he had really next to no chance to turn that around. We were too far gone. It was just a dead season. We have won 3 games and lost 5 and lost 2 this season. We've not drawn a single game. And I know the performances haven't been great, but we're still winning. I'm sorry. Like, a lot of people will say that our luck will run out. Yeah, of course it is. I'm not saying we're going to go through the season just scraping for every game. We're going to lose a couple of games, and there is going to be bumps in the road. But didn't the same thing happen when Jurgen Klopp first started? And a lot of people don't want to listen to that. Jurgen Klopp made mistake after mistake. Do you remember when he first started at Liverpool? He made mistake because he didn't have the players. He didn't have the players, and it took
yes,
4 to 5 seasons. It took time, man. It took time.
But Jurgen Klopp didn't learn the job on the spot, Daniel. He was an experienced manager in the Bundesliga.
But he still made mistakes. He made mistakes,
but the mistakes will be highlighted with not with an experienced manager, with a non-experienced manager. The first thing is first, you must get your basic front 11 or your first 11 important. That's the first thing. You must get the basic right.
Okay, then Arteta's not experienced, right? And he's been in the club since January, and I don't class mid-December because, listen, you know, there was a transition period. And he's only been at the club for 6 months, and he's already won us a trophy. I don't count Community Shield because it's a glorified friendly, so we can forget that. He's already won us a trophy in 6. Come on, with the squad that he had, and he's still got, and everything that's been thrown at him, that is good going for a first-time manager. You know,
okay, Daniel,
he's still got to improve on that. I'm not saying that that's the benchmark. He's still got to improve on that. But this notion of the inexperienced manager, I get it. I get it.
I get that, Daniel. I get that part, Daniel. But what's most important is whenever we make a comparison between Unai Emery and Mikel Arteta keep on believing on this mediocre players, whereas Unai Emery got rid about 12 of those players last season. I remember Alex Iwobi was one. He put up Mohamed El Neni for on loan or something. He just said, okay, Mkhitaryan, you fuck off. Everybody, he literally got rid half of the Carl Jenkinson. He sold those guys. He sold a lot of those players. He made sure he get rid of them. But what did Mikel Arteta did? He didn't clear any of those players. He cleared 2 of our best players in the season. He cleared off Martinez, who was performing well. He did that, and then he didn't give Torreira a chance, and he got rid. Okay, that's a loan purpose. But how many players did we get rid? We were trying to sell Maitland-Niles, but why aren't we trying to sell other players? Why? Why are we not giving them on loan or something? Why? It was kind of so baffling. It was why Joe Balogun is not getting a start in the team. Why is he not getting? Is Joe Balogun that bad than Eddie? Eddie is not pulling on the strings. Eddie is not that well. He's not physical. He's not commanding. He's not that proper. Why is Eddie getting ahead of Lacazette? That even baffles me.
And the thing is, right, a lot of you are saying, big up Simpy as well, who's joined in. Yeah, sorry, I haven't.
Big up Simpy, man.
I'm putting my headphone in so I can get the stream on because we've been talking. I haven't put my stream back on. But yeah, a lot of you are saying Arteta doesn't know his best 11. If I was manager of this team, I wouldn't know my best 11 because yes, you could pick a best 11 on paper, but these players are still inconsistent. So it doesn't matter what. There's a lot of players that are inconsistently crap. You know, and listen, I'm not saying that Arteta hasn't made mistakes, and I'll question those mistakes. Anybody who watched my review of the Man City game, and everybody who watched, you know, when I was talking about, you know, when I saw that game, I was frustrated, I was confused, I was baffled, and I said, you know, Arteta made a mistake there. But then, you know, on the flip side of it, right? And I'm not always looking for positives because listen, I know that there's a lot fucking wrong with this club. But on the plus side, it wasn't the mauling. And let me tell you something, right? Yeah, you lot are questioning Arteta's tactics, and that's right because you know he did make some mistakes. But let's not forget, guys, that it was Leno that conceded that goal. If it wasn't for fucking Leno, we would have got a draw out of that game. Yes, it wouldn't have been great, but if it wasn't for Leno, we would have drew that game. And, you know, give him just as much stick as you're giving Arteta because he was at fault for the goal. He was at fault for the goal. Bellerin was at fault for the goal. But Leno, because as a goalkeeper, you should be catching the ball rather than parrying it into an oncoming Sterling who is just going to score those all day long. And for me, Leno was at fault for that goal, but I don't see none of you giving Leno the stick that you're giving Arteta. And yes, Arteta sets the tactics out, but again, he's not on the pitch. He's not on the pitch and he can't perform. Also, Willian underperformed. Willian, since that Fulham game, has been absolutely dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Again, Aubameyang, dreadful. He's been on a barren run. As a world-class striker, from somebody who's just signed his contract, he should be scoring more. If anything, he's backtracked. And I know he scored against Vienna, but that was Vienna. But, you know, highlight those. Don't always look to the manager because he's not on the pitch. Yes, he sets the tactics out, but he's not on the pitch. So if we're going to blame anybody, let's start blaming these players as well as blaming Arteta. Because yes, Arteta should never have put Willian up in that position. But again, Willian, with all his qualities, should have done a lot better. Aubameyang, with all his qualities, should have done a lot better. Leno, everyone keeps banging about Leno being this world-class keeper and Leno being this great messiah. Yes, he did last season. He was brilliant. But as a goalkeeper, you should not be parrying a shot like that. I'm sorry.
Oh. Ooh, that was a close one, man. That was a close one. That was a heated debate, Daniel. That was a heated one. We totally forget about the game.
Yeah, I know. I forgot about the game. Steve said Emery's tied at the top with his club. Yeah, again though, Emery he's Spanish, isn't he? You don't speak very good English. I do believe the language barrier was a problem for Emery. Also, as well, Emery's
Daniel,
system.
give me a sec, yeah? Daniel, give me a sec. I'll be back in a while, yeah?
Yeah, no worries. I'll just read these comments out.
Yeah.
Emery did Emery's tactics would not have worked in the Premier League. I don't think it was the defense's fault. Let's be honest. Let's be honest here, Grant, right? Yeah, the defense was at fault a little bit, but Leno parried the initial shot into Sterling's path. Leno should have easily be Leno should have caught that ball. I'm sorry. Leno should have done better. I disagree, Steve. I think Leno could have if he couldn't have caught that shot, he could have parried it to the side. Instead, he parried it into the danger zone. I'm sorry, I'm not giving Leno a free pass. Grant says the language barrier can't be that bad. He had 22 games unbeaten. Yeah, look, listen. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that Arteta hasn't made mistakes, because he has. But I'm just saying, to call for him to be sacked before he's even had a proper chance. And listen, my opinion might change. After one season, my opinion might change depending on how things go. But I just think it's a bit early to start calling for his head. I really do. You know, give me one sec, guys. I'm just trying to. What the fuck is going on here? What? Hold on, what the fuck is going on? What? I didn't want. Oh, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is going on with this? I never even clicked on that fucking thing. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I will be there. Right. Kevin's back.
Yo.
Big up, Kevin. There you go. That's it.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm not saying the defending wasn't bad, but Leno should have done better with that shot. I know some of you say that he shouldn't have. He didn't. The shot was too hard. But as a goalkeeper, you should be catching it or punching it out to the side. Don't punch it into the danger area. I'm sorry. You just. Yeah, and I'm not saying the defense weren't a mistake, but Leno could have done better. And let's be honest, guys, it's not the first time Leno's parried shots. Because let's be honest, if that was Martinez, he would have caught that ball. And I don't care what anybody says, he would have caught that ball. He would have dived on top of it and caught it. Remember, guys, do fire the likes up, do smash the subscribe button. Do you know what it is, though, guys, right? It's good to have this debate and good to talk about things, because I do enjoy it. You know, I do having this debate. You know, and that's the beauty of it. We might not agree on everything, and there's a lot of you in the chat that don't agree with my train of thought, and I don't agree with yours. And you know, that's the beauty of football. That's the beauty of having good discussions. You know, and we all keep it friendly here. You know, we all keep it nice. We all keep it.
It's a healthy debate, yeah.
Yeah. We're not, you know, when it gets personal and people start abusing people's family members because they don't agree with someone's debate. That's when it gets silly. But that's why I always respect you guys on this channel. We might not always agree. We might not always agree with each other's opinions, but we always keep it nice and friendly. And you know, that's what I like. You know, you can have a healthy debate, but you guys know where the line is, and you don't cross that line, and you know, you don't get personal or offensive or anything. So, you know, just big up each and every one of you for that, because it's hard when you're in a healthy debate and, you know, things get carried away, and, you know, but you guys always keep it friendly. You guys always keep it nice, always keep it friendly. And, you know, listen, there's a section of our fan base that don't. There's a section of our fan base that are just there's a section of our fan base that are just complete idiots, but you guys are the real ones, the real guys that keep it friendly, keep it nice, but keep it healthy, you know, because debates are good.
They're meant to be good. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the way it is.
I'm really enjoying this watch along, guys. You know, join the debate with
Apart
Kevin.
From the game, with the debate, yeah.
Yeah, I know the game's just been a bit mad. Martinez is better than Leno, says Russ Morgan. Yeah. Brownie says fuck off. Well, you can fuck off to you Welsh prick. Good job. I know you're joking, Brownie. Get back to sheep shagging. And Rush said it. You're right, Daniel. It should be about respect. Exactly. You know, there's nothing wrong with a healthy debate. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as you keep it nice, keep it friendly, and it's good. It's brilliant. And this is why I love football. This is why I absolutely love football. And yes, we're Arsenal fans, most of us anyway. You know, there's a few that support other clubs, but this is why I love the beauty of football. It doesn't matter what team you support. There's always something to talk about. There's always something to debate. And football is just amazing for that. And football is good because it brings people together. It keeps people talking. It keeps people debating. There's always something to talk about with football. There's always some controversy to debate over. There's always some decision that happens to debate over. And I'll tell you what, since I've been doing it, you know, I've loved football for a long time, and I've loved Arsenal for a long time. But doing this YouTube channel, I just makes me love football, love Arsenal, love debating even more, because it's just fantastic. You know, there's always something to talk about in football. There's never ever you never run out of topics to debate or discuss when it comes to football. Tyrone says at the moment Havertz doesn't look like a Premier League player. Yeah, and I fucking took him. I put him out. I put him in for Aubameyang. So watch Aubameyang go and get a hat trick tomorrow. Tyrone says Arteta would probably get more out of Havertz. So he said, sorry, Daniel, but he was lucky to get any of it. Martinez would have been lucky to get that shot. As a former hockey goalkeeper, there's a time that you pray that what you do is enough. Listen, I just think Leno could have done better with that. I think he could have at least pushed it round the post, or Hey mate, he's Welsh. Nobody respects any of the Welsh. Hey, they can't even buy what's it? They can't even buy babies' clothes or something now because that's classed as a non-essential item. Can't even buy a kettle. That's mad. Whoever made that rule is stupid. Football Brownie says football is a world language. It is. Do you know what? It is a world language. Everybody, whatever country you're from, understands football. Unless you're from America, and call it soccer, then you know, I'll always argue with my American friends over, whether it's called soccer or football. Nah, it's football.
American football.
Not soccer. No, because American football is not football. American football is like fucking rugby, whereas football.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas they say soccer. Soccer is more like the football, our version of football. So they call it soccer. But football is the more definition of football because you use your feet. You don't use your hands in football apart from the goalkeepers. But in American football, they're always using that. It's more like rugby.
Yeah, correct.
No, it's more like rugby. It's just I never understand why Americans call it soccer. But listen, they probably never understand why we call it football. So it's and I've got a lot of American friends, and I've had this discussion, with them before. No Ziyech for Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea. I thought they would have done a lot better in this game, but actually, it's been quite a boring game. Yeah, what do you make of the second half, Kevin? It's not been great, has it?
It's been very dull. It's been all the players that we keep hyping about at the start of the season has just not been up to the par at all. At all, I would say. You can see like Timo Werner making some good runs, but there's no end product. Kai Havertz is really struggling. I can see. I'm not sure if it's the weather or the pace of the game, or maybe like he's not really dictating the game. I don't know how will Ziyech fit into the mold as well. And then you can see United is keep wasting the chances up front. They're getting into good, decent positions, but their strikers and midfielders are really struggling to break and just go through. I'm not sure still why Van de Beek is not even giving having an opportunity at all. Scott McTominay is still on the pitch. I just don't understand how he's getting ahead of Van de Beek and players like this. It's kind of ridiculous, but you can still see that maybe United can nick this because Chelsea have been like toothless. They have not had a good chances. You can see only Mendy pulling off some magnificent saves, but apart from that, it's been very comfortable for De Gea throughout the day.
17 minutes to go, I'm on, or it's probably after that now, but yeah, there's still
it's another 15 minutes. Yeah, another 15 minutes to go, I would say.
Have you got any Chelsea players in your fantasy team, Kevin?
No, I didn't have any one of them. I took a few from Leeds and Leeds and Villa. I had about 2 Villa players yesterday, and God forbid that went well. So yeah, and then I got 1 Arsenal player tomorrow, and most of them are from Liverpool, and of course from the other one is actually from, if I'm not mistaken, Liverpool, Newcastle, and Leicester. I got a few players from them, those teams especially. I didn't take anyone from Chelsea and United because something told me that this game would end up in a draw. If United had Marshall in, I would have taken Marshall. But since United don't have Marshall, he's undergoing suspension, so I knew that I cannot depend on United. Something really told me about that. And Chelsea's performance, especially in the last 3 games, losing up 3-0 leads, like it's ridiculous. They have lost a 3-0 lead against Southampton, and then they conceded 3 against West Brom. So I know that their defense is going to be a struggle. So I know that United would be struggling as well with their European exploits in Paris as well.
I agree with you, Grant. Grant says it's talking about American football. It's a pussy version of rugby. Who wears all that padding in a sport like that? I agree. Yeah, Australia call it football, don't they? You know. Yeah, when I was in Australia, they all referred it to football. And that. Yeah, meter spelt different in America as well, isn't it? It's mad. Chelsea have no balance. They were attacking but conceding goals. Now they are not conceding but no attack. Keeping clean sheets. Yeah, they've got no balance really.
To be honest, Arsenal misfit, that is a penalty. Because if you were to see, he was like literally strangling him, That is a penalty to me. But we all know Harry Maguire, Southgate's favorite son. So, you know how the English FA works, especially with Maguire, one of the mainstream. They don't really take this type of drastic actions, yeah.
So Steve's saying, I'm sure that we here in North America invented what you call football. You all gave it the wrong name. Wow.
I think this is a stalemate, Daniel. What do you think? I think this match is written on a 0-0 draw.
Yeah, and I fucking Jesus Christ! Why the fuck did I put bloody Havertz in for Aubameyang? If Aubameyang scores tomorrow, I'm going to be pretty pissed off. In fact, I'm going to be insanely pissed off if Aubameyang scores because I took him out my fantasy team and Werner as well. Werner's done nothing. What's here? Steve said, I'm still not sure how Maguire didn't give a penalty after hauling down the Chelsea player. For hauling down the Chelsea player in the first half. It's Man United, mate. They only get penalties. They never concede penalties. Pick up Mr. Bungles back. He's obviously still on that granny porn.
Oh, that was a good chance for the United. Somehow Chelsea survived.
Klopp wants Upamecano to replace Van Dijk in January. Do you think they'll get him? Probably. They could get him, but then where would he fit in when Van Dijk comes back? Because Van Dijk's better than Upamecano.
But they can partner with Matip. Probably Matip will be out of favor. I think Matip will take... yeah.
I don't know whether they get... I think Upamecano, he ain't going anywhere in January. I think it'll be the summer, and I think maybe United will probably try and get him. All that padding that always causes the head injuries. Players in American football, says Steve. Yeah, they use so much padding, it's unreal. Van Dijk and Upamecano will start together. Mate, that would be one hell of a fucking central pairing, wouldn't it? That would be one hell of a fucking pairing.
And by the time we sort out, yeah.
Mind you saying that though, Upamecano's got a mistake in him, and so has Van Dijk this season. But yeah, that would be a one when they're both on fire. That would be one hell of a fucking central pairing.
But I think instead of Upamecano, I think Liverpool will go for Koulibaly, if I'm not mistaken. because I reckon Napoli wouldn't sell to Manchester City, although Manchester City has been trying really hard, especially with the deal when Manchester City tried to get Jorginho earlier, but they didn't get Jorginho because of some like fair construction or something like
Yeah.
that. So they didn't get that. So I don't think so. Napoli would be fond of doing any deals with Manchester City. That's why they went with Nathan Ake in the first place and Ruben Diaz. So I think Liverpool will be the most likely destination for them to go for Koulibaly. And United probably would go for Upamecano. But Liverpool would either get one of them, to be honest with you guys. Liverpool would get one of them.
Steve's asking how much is Upamecano worth now that he's signed a new deal. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's somewhere in the region about 90 million, but I think isn't he on the last year of his contract or something? Oh no, because he signed a new deal, isn't he? What a fucking idiot. Yeah, I think they'll probably want about 90 million for him, 70 to 90 million.
Yeah, I get you, Grant. Konate is way better than Upamecano because Upamecano, like Daniel mentioned, he has a few mistakes in him. He is kind of late in challenges, and yeah, he's commanding, he's demanding, but he has a few mistakes. So probably Konate is way better because he's not as that
Yeah.
commanding, but he can dictate the play. So I think the likes of Manchester City, probably Liverpool, yeah, they'll go for him actually.
Tyrone says Koulibaly will cost 80 million. Thing is, Koulibaly as well. Let me say this about Koulibaly. He's overrated. That I think he's massively overrated. And a lot of you might disagree with me, but listen, we saw him against. I saw him at the Emirates when he was playing for Napoli when we played Napoli in our Europa League semi-final. It was quarter-final or semi-final. No, I think it was quarter-final. And he just looked average. I'm going to be brutally honest with you. He looked absolutely bang average. And I think he would struggle in the Premier League. I really do. I think he would absolutely struggle. Now, I may be wrong. But that was just my first impressions. I think he will struggle. Yeah. Who went off then? Chelsea have made loads of subs, so Abraham's on.
This game is looking like some fantasy team game or something, You have Cavani, you have Thiago Silva, you got Werner, you got Kai Havertz, you got all you can only see this in this FIFA 20 or FIFA 21 type of games. You're seeing all this type of plays.
Werner's off, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, Werner's off, isn't he? They took Werner off. Or was it Havertz that went off? Fuck's sake.
It's kind of ridiculous, this game, man.
So who's on now then? Because
who's this? James. Oh, good defending.
Yeah.
Chelsea got the ball again. Tammy. And who's this? Pulisic, I guess. Whoa.
Remember, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and do share the content around. We really appreciate it. Oh, Ziyech is on as well. Fuck's sake. So, Havertz and Werner I put in, and I'll tell you what, I ain't putting those fucking clowns in again, Havertz and Werner. I'm taking them out next week of my FPL team. I should have kept Aubameyang in. I should have left Auber in. So they're not even going to get me no fucking points. Jesus
You
Christ.
should have at least taken Son or Harry Kane at least, you know, Daniel.
I've got Son in. I've got Son in.
Son, and then
I have.
who's
So
the
I've
other?
got. So my midfield is Salah, Havertz, Son, and Rodriguez. And my forwards are Calvert-Lewin, Timo Werner, and Patrick Bamford.
All right.
So I've got Salah in. So hopefully Salah will get me some points. Mind you, saying that, I will have done all right because Bamford's kind of saved me.
Patrick Bamford's got a hat trick, yeah.
Yeah. So he's kind of saved me. So if Salah gets a hat trick, if Son gets me some points, and Rodriguez and Calvert-Lewin, if they get me some points, yeah. I tell you, that Jorginho is
United on
crap.
the front. Yeah. Oh, United almost scored. Oh man, that's a good defense. That's a good defense.
Yeah. Big up to 8 people watching live. Remember, guys, do hit the like button, do hit the subscribe button, do
Big up
share
Diego
the
C. Palace.
Yeah, big up to you, Diego C. Palace. Hope you're well. Oh, Fernandez just took an overhead kick. Don't forget, guys, I'm doing a watch along for the Arsenal Leicester game tomorrow. So be sure to tune into that one. Then obviously there'll be a review on Monday. And they will be obviously, I think we're in the Europa League again on Thursday. Because isn't there Europa League again on Thursday? So
Oh man, we only got about a minute left. Oh. I knew it. This is going to be a 0-0.
it's not great, this game, is it? I thought it'd be a goal fest.
Do you think the weather played a part on this? I think the weather kind of like tire a few players. They can't pull a few passes together.
So yeah, Man United could nick this, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. They look more threatening in attack.
Yeah.
Oh, what a good save! What a good save!
It's just mad.
Rashford again. Rashford again. That was going in the bottom corner, man.
Steve said it'd be a 1-1 draw because of the weather. So Diego said it's raining hard here in London. There's a storm here already. Yeah, it is. It is raining everywhere. Remember, guys, if you've not done so already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and do share this around. Oh, wow. I've just seen Rashford's shot now.
That was a great save, Daniel.
So this looks like it's going to be a draw, doesn't it?
Yeah. If only this Mendy had an off day, United probably would be winning this because they had a lot of chances.
Wow.
Now I'm beginning to think, how would we cope up against United, to be honest,
Yeah.
And started to think, will we be able to cope with United's attack?
I know, it's going to be mad. Hopefully.
Especially when Marshall returns and all this. And then Mike Riley or some ref dodgy decision would probably give Bruno Fernandes another penalty or something. Oh, man. Couldn't imagine that. And what an irony it would be if David Luiz concedes a penalty against United. Look at that, Daniel. 14 shots on target. I mean, 4 on target for United. They had about 14 attempts.
Yeah. Tyrone says Mendy's a quality keeper. Yeah, he's a lot better than Kepa. It's going to be close to finishing now, Kevin. Is it finished on yours or is it still going?
There's still about 30 seconds left. United are plotting an attack right now. Come on, ref, blow the damn whistle. It's full time, ref, come on.
Full time, yeah. That was a boring.
Come
that
on,
was
ref,
not a great
blow
game.
It, blow it, blow it, ref, blow it, blow it. Stan. Yes, Stan. Full time.
Full time.
Yeah, 0-0. Ole looks very happy.
Yeah, 0-0. It wasn't great, was it?
I'd reckon this Mendy guy is probably the man of the match. The keeper. Really kept them in the game.
Yeah. So there we go.
Yeah, I agree with Tyrone. I don't think so. We'd keep a clean sheet against United. I don't think so. Not with our defense.
No, I think we're going to I think we'll probably struggle defensively. But there you go, guys. That's it. It's finished 0-0, and yeah, there was a bit of a dull game, really, to be quite honest. On paper, it looked quite good. On paper, it looked pretty decent. It looked like it was going to be a, there could be a goal fest, but actually, it didn't kind of work like that. So, yeah, 0-0, and the stress returns tomorrow with Arsenal v Leicester. So listen, guys, probably going to wrap up there. But listen, thanks to everybody who's tuned in. It's been a really good, steady watch along, as always. And like I said, going forward, I'll probably do a few more of these Premier League watches, other than the Arsenal games. So I'll probably do a few of these Premier League watches. So I'll pick a game each weekend, or maybe 2 games, depending on the games that come up, and we'll do a watch along.
We'll we'll probably put a vote up for it. We'll probably put a vote. Probably you guys can vote for which watch along we should do.
Yes, yeah, that's a good idea, Kevin. I might do that. So I'll put the list of we'll do it to the Premier League fixtures, and you guys can have your say on which one we should do. So yeah, get you guys involved a bit and let you guys decide. That's quite a good idea, that Kevin. Kevin, thanks for joining me, mate. Do you just want to tell everybody where they can find you?
Yeah, no problem, Daniel. Thanks for having me on, and sorry guys for the late appearance as usual. All right, guys. Yeah, first big up for all of you guys for tuning in. I know this game was kind of a bore fest, but I'm sure Arsenal will never disappoint, whether it's in a good terms or bad terms. But Daniel and Simpy will keep you guys occupied tomorrow for the Arsenal Leicester game, so don't forget to tune into that. And of course, you guys can find me in Twitter at Kevin_Mark434. And of course, you can also see me in Daniel's channel, Simpy's channel, for the score predictions and many more, guys. So, guys, stay safe and don't forget to tune in tomorrow for the watch along for Arsenal and Leicester. All right.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. And yeah, guys, don't forget to tune in to the watch along tomorrow for Arsenal v Leicester. So that's coming up. And then on Monday, I'll be doing a review. And then obviously, I think we've got another game in midweek. So I'll be doing a preview and a watch along for that. Also, guys, if you're looking for more YouTube content to go and watch, Simpy is about to do a watch along. I think he's doing an FPL watch of the Liverpool-Sheffield game. So if you're looking for more content, do go over and check that out, because he will be going live very shortly, if he's not live already. So yeah, do go and check that out. And yeah, listen, thanks for tuning in. It's been a great watch along, and we'll catch you all tomorrow for the Arsenal game. See you guys then. Take care.
See you guys. Cheers.